Is Celine Dion really blacklisted? What could have possibly happened to one of the world's most celebrated voices? The music industry is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected controversies. But Celine Dion's story is one that few would have anticipated. Celine Dion is a name synonymous with powerful ballads, chart-topping hits, and an unmatched vocal range. But if you've been following her career recently, you'll notice something's off. The woman who once dominated international stages and sold over 200 million records worldwide seems to have vanished. To understand why Celine Dion may have been blacklisted, we need to go back to 2019. Just a few years earlier, in 2016, Celine faced a devastating personal loss. Her husband and manager, René Angelil, passed away after a long battle with cancer. René was not just her husband, but the mastermind behind her career for over 30 years. The industry saw them as a powerful duo. Losing him meant Celine lost a crucial support system, a guiding voice in the ruthless music world. But as tragic as that was, it wasn't enough to explain why she would be deliberately sidelined. So, what changed? Why did her career suddenly nosedive after being on a stable, upward trajectory for decades? Introducing the theory. According to several insiders, the answer is a tangled web of music industry politics, power struggles, and, yes, potential conflicts with some of the biggest players in the business. One of the most significant shifts occurred when Celine began distancing herself from the mega management firm she had been with for years. After René's passing, Celine had to take full control of her career for the first time in decades, and her decision to leave major industry players like Rob Prince and replace them with a new, less experienced team left many questioning her next steps. Some saw this move as a direct challenge to the old guard of the music business, the people who had controlled, managed, and reaped benefits from her career for decades. Some sources believe this led to friction with powerful industry executives, including some of the most influential promoters and managers in the world. When you're a cash cow and decide to leave the ranch, there are consequences. Diving deeper, potential conflicts, and the blacklist. Celine's decision to go independent wasn't just a career change, it was a statement, and many believe that's when the blacklisting began. Behind the scenes, whispers of show cancellations, fewer media appearances, and reduced radio play were noticeable. Remember, this is Celine Dion we're talking about, an artist who was selling out arenas for decades. Something was off. Then, in 2019, she released a highly anticipated album, Courage. Despite its quality and her established fan base, the album's promotion was subdued, to say the least. Many fans noticed that media appearances were sparse, and big networks didn't seem eager to put her in the spotlight. The album barely made waves, and Celine's tour dates started getting postponed or outright canceled. But why? Some say that her sudden break from traditional management wasn't just seen as a betrayal. It was perceived as a loss of control over an artist who was considered a safe bet in the music industry. An artist like Celine, who had never been controversial or rebellious, was now making decisions on her own. And for some, that was a threat. Revealing the controversial theories. Here's where it gets even more interesting. There are theories that Celine's blacklisting might also be connected to her outspoken stance on issues like mental health and wellness. In recent years, she has been more open about her struggles, her unique diet, and her alternative approach to health, which some in the industry viewed as unconventional. Some believe that when powerful figures see an artist starting to go off-script, whether it's about health, career control, or image, it's easier to push them out quietly than to let them speak freely. Think about it. How many times have we seen big artists suddenly become invisible after taking bold stands? Even more curious is that Celine has been less visible at major award shows and music events where she once was a fixture. There are rumors that invitations have been lost, and some of her collaborations have been mysteriously shelved. Could it be that these are deliberate attempts to keep her quiet and out of the limelight? The bigger picture. Who could be behind this? So, who benefits from sidelining a legend like Celine Dion? Let's connect the dots. The music industry is an empire, and control is everything. When an artist like Celine, who has been so loyal for so long, decides to break free, it sends a message to others. If she can walk away, so can they. And that's a dangerous precedent. Think about artists like Prince, Michael Jackson, and George Michael, all of whom fought the industry machine at one point in their careers. Many were either vilified, blacklisted, or found themselves embroiled in endless legal battles. Could it be that Celine was facing a similar fate? Did she decide to reclaim her career, only to find out that the price was much higher than she ever anticipated? The personal toll. Celine's health and disappearance. And then there's Celine's health. In 2021, she announced that she was postponing her Las Vegas residency due to severe and persistent muscle spasms. For someone who has been known for her endurance and vocal power, this was a shock. But some believe this was just a cover story, an attempt to hide the deeper struggle she was facing with the industry and the personal toll the blacklist was taking on her. Recently, reports have surfaced that Celine is in a critical health state, leading some to speculate whether the pressure and isolation contributed to her current condition. Is this the cost of defying an industry that doesn't want to let go? Concluding thoughts. The bigger implications. So, what does all of this mean for Celine Dion's future? Is she truly blacklisted? Or is this just a phase in a complicated career trajectory? One thing's for sure, her silence and absence speak volumes. We're left wondering, will Celine be able to reclaim her throne? Or is this the industry's final act of control over one of its greatest stars? Whatever the truth is, Celine's story is a stark reminder of how brutal and unforgiving the music world can be, even to a living legend. So, next time you hear "My Heart Will Go On" or "Because You Loved Me," remember, the industry may try to silence her, but Celine's voice will always find a way to rise above. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Is Celine Dion being blacklisted? Do you have your own theories? Hit that like button, share this video, and let's keep the conversation going. Stay tuned for more, because we're not done exposing the hidden side of the music industry.